My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who is refusing to let you be the one who got away. This is somebody who may be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or this is someone who's just very confident when it comes to getting what they want or finding a way to navigate difficult situations to, that outcome they're looking for. And they feel like they have something that they could do here to get you back, to get you to look at them differently or the way that you used to want a life with them or to want to be with them because something has changed and they feel like you're okay with walking away for good this time. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a good day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, my email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. That's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, LA. How we doing? We're going to start off with the noisy tarot. What else do we have, please? Seven of Cups, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Four of Wands. Okay, so this is someone who feels like they don't have a good read on what's going on in your life. They just know that you are working to create a stronger foundation. So they may feel that you are focused on yourself right now. They may be questioning if you are dating someone else, but they feel like your focus is, I need to work on this, I need to work on this. I'm not going to get distracted by things that don't do me any good or people who I can't trust. Hey James, what's up? Hello Jemmanuel, how are you doing? What else do we have? Death in the reverse, Knight of Swords in the reverse, and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Wow. Okay, so refusing to let this end, as you know, the previous card said. I know you're okay with walking away, or I know you may feel that it's over, but I'm willing to do something impulsive to avoid that ending. I'm willing to put it all on the line or take a big risk. And maybe even for some of you, this is someone who feels like the only way they could potentially keep you around is if they were to offer you the type of commitment that they had avoided in the past. Good morning, Egyptian Empress. How are you doing? Hey, Lee. How's it going? What else do we have? Page of Wands in the reverse. Hierophant and the Chariot. Yeah, they're not waiting around. There's fast movement here, and it's towards, I need to ask you to be in a relationship with me, because if I don't think you will give me the time of day. So if I have to plot and scheme to get you back in my life, I know I can't just be like, hey, it's really great talking to you again. Do you want to like go to Taco Bell? Yeah? Does that sound like a good time? Look, I know some of you might love that place. I'm not getting paid, by the way, for that. I might look down on it a little bit. Sorry, I just do. But like if you were going to hang out with somebody that you hadn't been talking to for a while and that was the invite, you might be kind of like, why though? This is someone who realizes when they come back around, maybe they need to bring a gift. They probably have to apologize for something, but they have to go big or go home. They can't just like make some mediocre offer and expect you to be like, oh my gosh, thanks. I never thought you would do that. That's so awesome of you. Okay, I'll take a soft shell taco. Thank you. Sorry, Taco Bell. All right, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, Eight of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands in the reverse. They are at risk of losing you, or they may have already lost you because they were not willing to invest in the connection with you or work on the things that came up as obstacles or problems between the two of you. If you're going to avoid apologies or constructive conversation on how you can improve your relationship, then how do you expect it to like work out? How do you expect someone to continue to choose you? That's like saying, I want to continue to be your real estate agent after you have failed to even put the property on the website, you know, like, but that was what you were supposed to do. Like, way to show no effort. So they feel like the request is a big one, right? If I want to get back into your life, I have to prove that it's worth it because I know you're probably going to laugh at me if I come back around. Or at least be like looking at me like, you again? Okay. I know. It's like, oh, okay, well, I guess it's open. So I'll go there. Yeah. Hey, Sam. I would ask you to be positive or you might get timed out. It seems a little judgmental. Heaven Sky says, is getting back with your ex a good idea? I would say in general, no. But that's a very broad question. I think the only way you can justify getting back with an ex is if both of you have had significant effort put into your healing. Because then maybe you are able to approach things differently. But too often we have people who are trying without having made any changes, or just one person is working on themselves. Hello, Thomas. What else do we have? So this is the Magician and the Mirror. Interesting because we have the Manifestor card at the very beginning. And this Magician and the Mirror card is one of the more like elevated cards in this Oracle deck because, first of all, number 53, it's towards the end. I think it might be the last or second to last one. But it's indicative of somebody who knows how to deal with the energy they possess, how to navigate things more effectively than others, which definitely ties into that Manifestor card. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes we have people who feel very confident about their ability to get their way, who are not necessarily very honest with themselves about what obstacles they face. So this could be somebody who is overly confident that they'll be able to figure this out, but this could also be somebody who is pretty knowledgeable. The thing is, we did have the Eight of Pentacles clarifying the Knight of Swords in reverse, which shows they at least understand I have to be able to demonstrate that I know how to approach love differently if I want another chance, right? Yeah, I don't blame you. So we have 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel, protective energy, and another angel. Even though the other one was Angel of Love, it's still an angel, right? All right, this is the Cook's Tarot. What else do we have? Hello, Matella. Or is it Mathella? You tell me. I hope you're having a good day. What else do we have? The Emperor. The Emperor is, I don't know, what do you think? Is that shawarma? The Emperor is pleased with something. Oh, okay. So this is like feeling like I finally got to a particular spot where I needed to be in my life, and now things are better because I'm on my own. So this, what are we calling you? Chariot. They could have Cancer in their chart, right? Chariot individual is the one who feels like they need to do whatever they can to get you back. They're seeing you as this Emperor Nine of Pentacles. It doesn't matter what your gender is, but they see you as very independent. They see you as taking on life with whatever you can and leveraging all the resources that you have. They're impressed by you, even though they're a little bit nervous because you're like, oh, I don't need you. It's making them nervous, okay? No. But if you want to come back and be respectful, you're welcome to. Yeah, I hear that, Matt. How you doing, Matt? Hello, Dave. We have Six of Cups and Temperance in the reverse. I think the cards are agreeing with Matt and saying it's probably best to let these memories remain memories. Temperance is in the reverse because there's something here that is not quite right between the two of you. You can love someone and also be able to acknowledge that maybe you're looking for a different kind of life. Maybe there's too many obstacles. Maybe one of you wants to live on this, side of the world and the other wants to be over there or be mobile and moving all the time. There's something here that seems to be pretty much impossible to even out or balance out. There's a difference of opinion or an inability to see things the same way. Not that you have to see them the exact same way, but some things you do have to agree on, right? So I think whoever I'm reading for, you have someone who wants to convince you to go back to them, and you have weighed very heavily all the pros and cons and the facts and the feelings and arrived at the decision that you've already been there. You've learned what you can from that connection and you're ready for something different. So that's a pretty difficult reality for the Chariot to face if you've already decided I'm over it. Agree. All right, this is the Tarot of the Cat People. We have the King of Swords, King of Cups in the reverse, Three of Swords. I think this person comes back around determined and confident, and they get disappointed. King of Cups is in the reverse because I think you've already moved on. I think you've already decided there's something else out there for me, and I'm going to risk missing that connection if I'm stuck in the past, if I'm looking over my shoulder wondering if you're coming back, wondering if you're going to message me. So I had to just let that go and decide I was going to be one of those people who's walking and looking where I'm walking. I know, I've done it before. It's okay, you guys. Hello, Not Really Real. How are you doing? Hello, Selena. What else do we have? The High Priest, which would be the Hierophant, the Sun in the reverse. A sign of maturity is someone who can identify their feelings as well as the reality and understand how those two work. You could be madly in love with somebody and want more than anything else for things to work out. But you have to also be able to live in the real world. You have to also be able to get things done, go to work, pay the bills, whatever it might be that's causing a problem. I think you've looked at the situation with an analytical eye and said, if this is somebody who makes me feel like I can't trust them, then emotionally it's not a great idea to be in a relationship with them. But if we also disagree on where to live, how to live, what we want, how to treat each other, whatever the rules are, then what future do we really have? I'm not going to try to convince you to live a life you don't want to live, right? Hello, AM. Or hola, ¿cómo está? So we have the Queen of Cups. I think this is acknowledging what love really is. You can be loving towards people. You can care about them deeply. You could maybe even become obsessed with people. But the type of love that you want, you're looking for something that is constant, which maybe sounds boring to some people. Maybe some people want the roller coaster, the drama, the passion being, you know, maybe angry, maybe physical intimacy. But this is someone saying, I want to be able to rely on or trust the person that I'm with. And if I don't feel like I can do that with you, then why would I want to risk being with you? It's not easy to convince someone to trust you after you've already broken up, right? Hello, Liana. How are you doing? I remember trying to figure out your name. I hope you're having a good day. We've got Page of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. There's somebody new that you are going to meet if you have not met them already. This is somebody who I'm seeing in particular that for many of you, you're quite taken with their eyes. Maybe it's an unusual color. Maybe there's some specks in their irises. There's something here about you feeling like you can actually understand where this person's coming from and feel like they understand you as well. So even though it's a newer connection, I do feel like it expands or it grows in a more consistent way. It's not just, I'm super attracted to you, you made a couple of funny jokes, and now I'm obsessed with you. There's something that is, it's like brick by brick, there's more reasons why I'm interested in this person. Whereas with the Chariot from your past, it was like I had to try to pretend I was blind so I didn't see all those red flags over there that you had, you know? What else? We have the Three of Wands in the reverse, the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Queen of Wands. Stella got her groove back. Yeah, maybe I spent a little bit more time than I should have trying to get somebody to pursue a commitment with me that maybe wasn't really interested in a commitment. So why would I try to chase that? Why would I try to get somebody to take action who has a reputation for avoiding that? Maybe I just needed to remind myself that I could potentially connect with somebody else, right? This Queen of Wands is you. Clarifying the High Priest or the Hierophant. So your energy so far has been the High Priest or Hierophant, the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Again, this is why we don't pay close attention to the gender, because those are obviously conflicting genders. But this is saying your energy is that of somebody who has rewritten in your mind what the definition of love is, or what the requirements are for somebody to be a romantic interest for you. If you want to show me you're serious, then cool, we can talk. Like, I have to be attracted to you and other things too. But like, you're rewriting it. It's not just like as easy as it used to be for someone to get access to you. Hello, Benjamin. This is a collective reading. Nine of Wands and the Four of Wands in the reverse. So when you realize that it's worth defending your emotional space, your heart space, if you will, and not allow in somebody like the Chariot who may have some difficulties with regards to trusting relationships and intimacy, you put up a wall or you reject this person because you understand that it might be impossible or extremely difficult to get the type of foundation you want with this person or the type of relationship you want. So why continue to try to convince them, right? All right, this is the Path of Shadows. Let's see what else we've got for you. Perfectionism and Grim Reaper. In the pursuit of perfection, night after night, I've gifted myself 1,000 flaws. And the Grim Reaper says, in the realm of twilight where shadows converge, the Grim Reaper's scythe guides souls to the verge. So you or your person or your ex could be dealing with perfectionism. For me, it feels like it's probably more so the person from your past, the Grim Reaper. Energy is talking about, not wanting things to be over, right? So if you're thinking about actually walking away and never talking to me again, then maybe I need to give up on the perfectionism and realize I need to come through and actually make my plea now. So maybe they were procrastinating and saying that things were not at the right place, and that's why you all had been no contact, or why they had not been pursuing something serious with you. But I do feel like they kind of cut some corners. Ghost. In the realm of shadows where memories are host, the echoes of what is gone still haunts me the most. They're struggling with the thought of you actually moving on, because the way that they think about you often, the way that the memories with you seem to live rent-free in their head, it's difficult for them to be able to understand how they could move forward without at least some hope that they could get back into your life. Hey, Carrie. All right, what else? So we've got the Mirror and the Venomous Garden. Self-examination, understanding, and acceptance. With the Venomous Garden saying, beauty conceals truth beneath captivating lies. Beware the allure of the dangers that in the shadows hide. So I do think we have somebody who has worked on themselves, but not as much as they would like you to believe. They may be trying to create some sort of illusion here, so you feel like everything is all good. You should be in a relationship with me. You'll find out that everything is what you wanted. They're not being fully honest with you, and that's why the trust is so important. So if you build this trust with the new person, it will make very clear how little trust you had in this person. When you immediately have to question what the Chariot is saying to you and see if they might be lying to you, what does that tell you? Hello, Gabriel. Hello, Carmen. I have dragon cards. Does that work? Hello, Daytona. Hello, Amika? Did I say it right? I hope I didn't mess it up. We've got the Four of Swords in the reverse, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, they're coming back around. They're hoping that things can be different, but the problem is they haven't changed sufficiently. So there would still be many of the same problems repeating, many of the same question marks that you had before. Can I trust you? Are you lying to me? Is that where you really were? Don't torture yourself with that kind of connection. There are people out there that will be straight shooters or very honest with you about what's going on. You don't have to be guessing all the time, right? All right, I might have to use them next then if I can remember. Hey, Benjamin, I'm a Pisces. This is the Eight of Wands, the Moon in the reverse, Ten of Pentacles, and Temperance in the reverse again. Temperance in the reverse is a good indicator that this is a bad match or a pair that won't work. And why is that? Because this person likes to make things sound better than they really are. This person embellishes. They may even struggle with accountability, right? Oh, well, yeah, that did happen, but this is what was going on. And, then this person did that, and I didn't really have a choice. If someone stands on business, then they know how to also hold themselves accountable for what they've done or what they could have done differently. And I feel like this person still struggles with that. They want to offer this long-term relationship without being able to maintain the peace with you because they don't understand or want to understand accountability in a relationship setting. So the moon is in the reverse because this person is still secretive or unwilling to be fully honest with you about what's going on. Hey, how's it going, Ruben? Hello, Patrick. How's your day? So, Ace of Cups, King of Pentacles in the reverse. Your love is not the only thing required for a relationship to work. Your love has to be matched by somebody else's. So the King of Pentacles is in the reverse because when you wanted to be able to count on this person, or when this person should have been there for you, when this person should have been able to talk through things, they were not there. Either they ghosted you or they were, difficult to talk to. Hey, let's talk. Okay, go ahead. That's not going to be really conducive to a healthy connection, is it? So their inability to bridge these conflicts with compassion and listen to you and then work on things, that's not negotiable. You either know how to approach a conversation that could turn combative with respect or you don't. You either know how to work through an argument in a loving way or you don't. That does happen. Hello, Warren. How are you doing? Oh, I hope you have some tissues there, Finkel. Yeah, you deserve better than that, Benjamin. So we have Seven of Swords in the reverse, Page of Swords. Someone who's being honest with themselves about the situation. I'm proud of you. You look at this and you think to yourself, yeah, maybe that felt like love. Maybe that felt like something that I wanted in my life or something that I should chase. But when I'm honest with myself about how they make me feel or how much work I had to put into knowing where we're going or what's happening or how that person feels, it makes me feel like it's like a full-time job. And when you meet this new person or when you get to know this new person better, you find out that's not what you need to be doing, or it is validated for you that it should be easier than that, right? You shouldn't have to be pulling teeth to get somebody's comments or feelings when you're dating them. This is The Truth Is. Hey GP, how's it going? I hope you're having a good day. Yeah, it's getting colder here too. I'm totally okay with that. I want to wear my sweatshirts again. Maybe even have I don't know, a fire. So we have both ways. Partner wants commitment and single life. I know you're over there nodding your head, right? This is somebody who was like, I want you to treat me like I'm your special someone, but I might not be there when you're ready for that same thing. I might be distracted. I might not be willing to do that for you, right? And your thinking was, gosh, that doesn't seem very fair. Apprehensive, uncertainty about the future of the connection. So now for the first time, they're actually really concerned that maybe you are letting go. You have seen that they're not really doing what they should for this connection. It's like trying to do all of your 20-page senior paper the night before it's due because this person hasn't done the healing that they need to. They're still looking for physical intimacy instead of wanting to understand emotional intimacy. Hey Lauren, I do offer long form personal readings via email, which is in the description box. Otherwise, I often do personal questions at the end of the collective reading. I may not do that on this one because I do have to go shortly. Yeah, see, this is somebody who is self-centered. they think about what they want, and what do they want? You. Yeah, but like then at some other point they're going to think about something else that they want, not to like diminish what you have to offer. But this is someone who likes to see multiple people or likes to have a roster, and then they leave you over there wondering like, are you ever going to come back? Are you ever going to hang out with me again? You don't deserve to deal with somebody who's too busy taking selfies of themselves to realize that you might be having a rough day. I said what I said. Hello, how's it going, Third Eye? Yeah, I think that's important, Heaven Sky, but there's also a point at which that becomes arrogance. Like being comfortable with yourself is way more attractive than somebody who's like over the top arrogant type, right? Obviously. Hello, Gerline, how you doing? I think I'm actually gonna sign off, y'all, but I will be back later today. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I will